What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ty from Ty Drives. Welcome back, where we are going to be taking a look and driving the 2024 Blazer EV. Now, this is an RS finished in Riptide Blue. And before we get started, I would like to let you know that I have filmed a dedicated features review on this car, again in a POV sort of fashion. And definitely check my channel for that if you want to see an explanation of all the features on this Blazer EV. You know, buttons and switches, exterior, interior, you name it. We have it all. But let's get back to the drive here. Now, we're going to take it for a quick test drive here. This is honestly the first time I have driven this car, other than just moving around in a parking lot. So it'll be a good representation of my first thoughts. And hopefully I could relay enough to you guys as the viewer. Now, we're going to do a quick acceleration test just coming up over here. And I would like to put it into, let's see if I could find it here. Vehicle status. No, that's not it either. Drive modes, there we are. Let's put it into sport. A nice straight section coming up here. We'll also put that reverse camera on, and we are going to bring it to a stop. This car makes crazy EV noises as well. I do have the regen on at kind of the normal mode. There is one mode above it, and you can also turn it off, but let's see how it accelerates. Definitely has some instant torque and a pretty good amount of power too. So definitely lots and lots of torque in this car. And we are working with the all-wheel drive, meaning we have the dual motors. Give us a bit more power than just the rear-wheel drive version, and eventually there will actually be a front-wheel drive version too, so that will be pretty interesting. But let's get this thing out on the open road, see what the suspension feels like, see what the sound levels are, and we'll get a good feel for this. Now that we're out on the open road, we have a nice back road here, and just driving it around a little bit, a couple of things that I've noticed is the suspension is amazing. Very, very compliant, super comfortable, and that kind of pays true to all the vehicles on the Ultium platform, or at least the ones that I've driven, such as the Cadillac Lyriq. The Lyriq has an amazing ride, and this is very, very similar to it, even though it's got 21-inch wheels. So very impressive suspension setup. The steering is pretty light now that we have it in normal mode. It does firm up ever so slightly in sport mode. We also have the My Mode 2, which you can configure, and a snow mode too. Also a couple of different views for our dash here. Let's see. We have Google Maps view. We also have a kind of driver's information view, so you can see it'll tell us our following distance. And it'll also link up with the lane keeping assist. As you can see, there's a little visual there for that too. We have a more simplistic view, and then I guess a single gauge setup with your radio and things like that in there too. But pretty nice. Very, very nice screens, I should say, in this car. This is pretty configurable here, and this is just a whole nother video. I could do a whole nother video on this screen itself, but very, very nice screens. Now, you also have this little paddle here on the left side of this, on the back of the left side of the steering wheel, which will increase your regenerative braking. So if you let off the throttle, or I should say the propulsion pedal, I guess you could say, you of course get your regenerative braking, and then if you press that in even more, it regen brakes even more, which is pretty nice to have that option. Now, trust me, I made sure that there's nobody behind us before we did that. We have a pretty tight turn coming up here. So we'll see what the turning circle is like. Also, the steering setup, what kind of ratio we're working with. Turning circle's pretty good, although it does take a couple of revolutions of the wheels to get around that turn there. Now this is more of a main road, so we'll hopefully get it up to some higher speeds so I can let you know what the wind noise, tire noise is like. Wow, this is a very impressive vehicle, I must say that. Wind noise is very, very minor. I almost have no tire noise at all. Just a very well insulated vehicle. Wow, just a very impressive driving overall for this car. Head-up display is also very nice. Not sure if you could see it from your angle, but right now it's just telling us the speed that we're going. You can also configure it to show different things as well. Just a very impressive vehicle overall. Just very astonished at the lack of sound from the exterior coming inside of this car. It's got some unbelievable sound insulation. Just trying to hit some of these manholes here. Just very impressive all the way around at the way this drives. Suspension, noise levels, acceleration could be a little bit better. I've definitely been in faster EVs, but the upcoming SS trim level, Super Sport trim level, should take care of that with over 500 horsepower. So this is just sitting right below 300 horsepower and a little more than 300 pound-feet of torque. So it's definitely enough, but it's not exactly fast. It's definitely enough power though. But that pretty much will conclude our POV test drive video of the new Blazer EV. To wrap it up, you know, like I said before, very impressive vehicle to drive. With the noise levels, the acceleration is pretty good, and also the ride quality is astonishing, seriously. But I hope you have enjoyed the Blazer EV just as much as I have. I also hope you stick with us here at Ty Drives for more videos just like this one. And also remember to hop over to my channel so that you could see the features review. Thanks for watching.